What is up, YouTube? My name is Happiness and welcome to my channel. So we're gonna react to this video to which I compile, whereby we look at these people's reaction to these protests that are happening in Los Angeles at the moment. So yes, let's check these videos out and then we will comment in between. Let's check it out.
Massive ICE raids outside the Home Depot in Los Angeles. This is what I voted for.
Donald Trump is threatening to defund California, but it's Econ 101. California is a donor state. We provide over $80 billion more in tax revenue to the federal government than the federal government provides to the people of the state of California. We help pay federal bills. So if Donald Trump's going to continue to threaten 40 million Americans that live in California, maybe we should consider withholding those resources.
Guys, comment on Donald Trump defunding California, being it is a donor state. Yes, comment on Donald Trump defunding California, a sanctuary, and also Los Angeles being a sanctuary city which relies on immigrants for it to survive, to operate.
Oh, they're soldiers.
They're also guards. This is brand new, motherfucker. I'm sure your mama starved in the past. That's why she came here, like all these other people have, to look for a better life. I can see the fucking shame in your fucked up face, puto. I see the shame in you. Go tell your mama how you proud of corralling people and taking them in. What crime did they make? What crime did they commit? Nothing. I'm sure you're proud, bitch. Oh, you don't go arresting defenseless people. Look at you, you're darker than I am, motherfucker. Mira, you're darker than me. But I'm sure you're proud.
Does he look like a Mexican? Does he really look like a Mexican? He looks like he's a white person to me.
Here either. You should be in the van. Or claro, puto, because you didn't have the balls to stand up for your people. You should be in the van.
Check out this guy. He's looking at him thinking that, does he look like a Mexican? But yeah, this one looks like a Mexican. He looks like a Latino to me. Looks like a Latin American.
First off, I want to thank our president, DJT, for the swift action that he's taken in Los Angeles with all the chaos going on out there. This is exactly what we voted for. And I also wanted to let all the heathens on the far left know that we will not have a repeat of 2020, and we will not allow lawlessness to run rampant in these United States of America. So let me get this straight. We literally have ICE agents, federal agents, and federal buildings being attacked by domestic terrorists and criminals. And the mayor of Los Angeles, nothing. Nothing. Not a word. The governor of California, nothing. This is the same guy who wants to run for president, might I add. Federal employees.
Okay, I just want to support this statement. I believe that because of your president, Donald Trump, what he has done, and due to him trying to deport, or he caused a reaction to all the Latinos, to which they themselves became so angry that being Los Angeles the biggest community of Latin Americans. So how did you expect that the mayor and the governor to control such a thing, to which was initially not started by them? It was started by Donald Trump. Let's get, but the one of the fires, that one I can believe that they had to do something about it. They had to do something, but this one of the deportation, I mean, like, that is under their control.
Employees are under attack for doing their job I kind of take this personal, being a local law enforcement officer, a deputy sheriff, and I can't fathom the level of assault coming from a criminal organization such as Antifa and these liberal tards that's attacking law enforcement officers. I would think that our local government would definitely stand behind what we're doing, but apparently not in California, not in Los Angeles. Those guys appear to be on their own. And thus is why President Trump decided to bring in the National Guard. And when they are deployed, I hope that they handle these domestic terrorists accordingly, if you know what I mean.
These ICE riots are causing chaos in Los Angeles right now, okay? All morning, I've been hearing police sirens, helicopters, you name it. Apparently, traffic's going to be blocked off all over LA again today. They're getting more and more violent. Look, we know this is not going to stop from rubber bullets, tear gas, and pepper balls, okay? We know because we watched the BML movement. We watched these criminals from the BML movement burn cities, loot stores, and use a social issue as a reason to commit crimes, okay? We just saw certain minority groups do what they do best: rob, steal, and play the victim. And now we're watching a group of domestic terrorists who don't wave any American flags. Go look at these riots. Nothing but flags from South America being waved. These are not people who want to be in America. These are people who want to destroy America, okay? The violence against police officers, against federal agents, putting their lives in danger, throwing bricks at these officers. One brick to the face will end your life. I mean, look what happened to one of the LAPD officers during the BML movements. I remember he got hit with a brick and he's, I believe, paralyzed now. His entire career ended. He's, from what I understand, a vegetable today. Okay? This will not end without lethal force. Lethal force. The White House needs to authorize lethal force against anybody who decides to try to cause serious injury to a federal officer, agent, or National Guard member. If they throw bricks, you do not return fire with pepper bombs. You return fire with lethal force. You put an end to it. You make an example out of people, and they start understanding that if we want to try to...
Okay, guys, do you agree to what he's saying, lethal force, whereby a person to which goes out of order, or because he just mentioned that a officer is now paralyzed because of these protests. So, do you agree that the officer should use lethal force? Comment down on the description below.
hurt somebody seriously, they're going to end our life.
Maybe this is dramatic, but I believe civil war has begun in California. And as of 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Donald Trump deployed 2,000 National Guard members after LA immigration protests. This is what Kristi Noem had to say about the protests happening here in California. Let's roll it.
Governor Newsom, Mayor Bass, you have to call an end to this violence. This rhetoric against our politicians and against our law enforcement officers has gone way too far.
Donald Trump deploying 2,000 National Guard members, knowing damn well that when an actual insurrection happened, like this one right here, what did Donald Trump deploy to stop this right here from happening? Anybody in the MAGA crowd, I want to know right now, what exactly did Donald Trump deploy to stop this right here from happening? It's a clear double standard. Donald Trump is trying to take over California and undermine our efforts. We will not give up. We will not quit. When you send your ICE agents to be hostile, they will be met with equal hostility. Careful out there, ladies and gentlemen. Protest, but protest peacefully. Watch yourselves and get your asses home.
Okay, I just wanted to say that it is so funny that it is only the people from Mexico who are fighting at the moment, because it seems like they are deporting Mexicans. That's what they are seeing, is that they're deporting Mexican and legal Mexicans. That's why they are protesting. So, yes, I mean, they are deporting a majority people who are from the Americas, people who are almost, as you can say, native, because we have to remember California, Texas, New Mexico, Nevada used to be Mexico in the 1800s. So it begs to debate on top of like, why is Donald Trump doing this? And why are Americans like saying that people should come through in the right channel? We have to remember Mexico is America. Mexico is USA. No wonder why they crossed the border as they crossed and smuggling drugs and all of that. But I do believe we have to control the borders. The border has to be controlled.
News just be coming in faster than I have a chance to even finish my coffee or like get up and start my day. But Representative Maxine Waters, thank you so much for being down there in LA, trying to talk to the National Guard to remind them of their oath. It brought tears to my eyes when she said, if you gonna shoot me, you better shoot straight. She attempted to go inside the federal building to check on the people that are in there who are being held in an underground basement that is against all imagination, not proper bathrooms, not proper food and water. Cruelty is not immigration. They are not the same thing. So spare me with the stupid ass fucking comments. You just have no humanity if you're going to make excuses for this. But anyway, I digress because this is just so much. They have officially announced that ICE is going to be operating in Los Angeles and the surrounding areas for 30 days. I just posted a video like not 5 minutes ago where I actually said, this is not a race. This is a marathon. LA, I'm sending you good vibes and love. People from the surrounding areas are going to start joining you. But this is a message for California. We'd be naive to think that they weren't going to move to other parts of California, like the Valley in NorCal. Now is the time to reach out to your city officials, find groups, check Instagram, look at TikTok, check mobilize.com to see who's mobilizing protests and other city meetings. Check Mobilize in your area, no matter what state you're in. We need to hold the line.
I can't believe I'm saying this. The left was right. We do have a constitutional emergency. Why are we allowing anti-Americans to violate the principle of our beautiful state of California? The people of California will not and cannot allow these anti-Americans to continue to destroy California. Let me be clear. The deployment of military personnel into our cities are not only justified, they are completely lawful to keep legal American citizens safe. Let me remind you the failure of many of these Democratic leaderships, especially the one right on top, Mr. Gavin Newsom himself. Under the leadership of Gavin Newsom, California is already $1.6 trillion in debt when you look at unrealized liability. $250 billion wildfire damage, the single most expensive natural disaster in the United States of America. $128 billion to a train that goes absolutely nowhere. $3.4 billion Medi-Cal because Newsom gave illegal immigrants free health care at the expense of California citizens. California has the lowest literacy rate among U.S. states, okay? Now, that's not all. Let's continue. California has the highest gas tax. Let's not forget the 75 or the 65 cents that's going to kick in July 1st. California has the highest rate of cost living in the continental U.S., the highest rate of cost adjustment poverty in the U.S. 1/3 of all U.S. welfare recipients Since 2019, California has spent about $24 billion on homelessness, but in the 5-year period, homelessness increased about 30,000 to more than 180.
Yep, this thing of homelessness, I mean, like, it is a shocker whereby you can see that Skid Row is a place whereby there is the most homeless amount of people. And mind you, when I'm saying this, after this bill has been passed, the population of homelessness in America will increase. And also this AI, the implementation of AI. I bet when that Waymo taxis hit New York, I wonder how many people are gonna lose their jobs in the taxi industry. Yes, now they're gonna have to resort to other options of trying to support themselves.
81,000. But let's not forget the nearly 20 billion in unemployment fraud payment outstanding liabilities owed to the federal taxpayers from all the COVID UI fraud in the state of California. But yet this man is busy pounding his chest. I'm gonna stand up against President Trump because I am the man. I can run the United States of America. No, the fuck you can't. You are a failed person.
Do know that Mexicans, Hispanics, and Latinos are not the only immigrants in the United States of America. For all the black folks out there, real quick, y'all do realize folks from the Caribbean are considered immigrants. Folks from the continent of Africa are considered immigrants. So when you say as black folks, this is not our fight, or you're sitting it out because they voted for this, who is the they? Because people from Latin American countries are not the only people that are.
And I saw that most black folks are sitting this one out because, like, normally when you will find that folks are like, because Latinos for Trump voted for Trump, now they are saying that they don't want anything of this. And remember, they are also black Americans for Trump. Remember that. Remember that they are also black American, Republican black American. Remember that.
Getting kidnapped by ICE. And folks being deported are not citizens and therefore cannot vote. The biggest content creator on this app was detained by ICE. He is not Latino or Hispanic. He is black and actually has European citizenship, from Italy to be specific. So where's the line? Because y'all do know Shirley Chisholm, both her parents are from the Caribbean. Marcus Garvey, Jamaica. Malcolm X's mother is from Grenada. And that's not a state in the South. And for everyone still talking about the election, but somehow anti-immigrant and immigration, y'all do know Kamala Harris's parents are immigrants.
What makes me really proud to be Mexican American and be from Southern California is just knowing that ICE cannot come into these neighborhoods without getting their shit rocked. If you have not been living under a rock, then you saw what happened yesterday in downtown LA, and you saw the beginning of what's going to be these large-scale immigration raids that are going to be happening throughout Southern California. And for the folks who don't know, Los Angeles, yes, it's a hub for entertainment, yes, hub for music, all of this. But more than that, culturally speaking, the city is comprised of half Latinos. It is by many metrics considered a minority majority city, like the state is a minority majority state. So if ICE thinks they can come into these neighborhoods, into these different localities, municipalities throughout LA County, and expect to not get a response, you're sorely mistaken. And as of right now, they are in Paramount. They're apparently staging something. I don't know what that is. And they are also in Downey, from what I've heard. And if you guys know anything about Paramount or Downey, these are working class Mexican American strongholds. Paramount and Downey being part of Southeast LA, or what folks refer to as Sella. If you guys don't follow me already on Instagram, feel free to head over there. I'm going to be sharing a lot more resources on my Instagram stories. I'm going to try and be posting more consistently with TikTok, but just so you guys know, ICE is in SoCal right now. Stay vigilant. Hey guys, a really quick update. I'm going to go and drop off some masks right now. I was there earlier and I saw a lot of people who were not wearing masks. I even had a few folks asking me why I was wearing a mask, and it's because, of course, of tear gas and other potential irritants that can impact a person's ability to breathe. For anyone who's asking themselves what they can do right now, even something as simple as providing a lot of these protesters water and things like masks, N95 masks preferably, goes a long way. And for the folks who are scared of showing up, I understand. I'm going to be using my own privilege as a U.S. citizen to go and provide my community with masks because Alondra and Atlantic, Paramount is quite literally my backyard. I grew up in North Long Beach, and this is quite literally 5 minutes away from where I grew up. And so I will be providing masks and handing them out. And if you are in the capacity to do similar, I highly encourage you to do it.
For everybody that is in LA and feeling frozen with fear and sadness because of these ICE raids, how can we help? Like, it's devastating to see these people's families ripped apart. It's devastating to see people being violent. It's devastating to see all the military vehicles around the entire city. It's devastating to drive down the street and see nobody on the road. Like, I have a loud mouth, I'm protesting, but like, what else can we do to help? Like, if you're one of my followers, I know there's a few of you in here that are close to what's going on, but please reach out to me and tell me that you're okay, because I want to help somehow. There are many people out here that want to help and we don't know what to do. Let us know how we can help you. It's just fucking terrible. Like, if you're a person that voted for Trump, how can you be okay with this? How can you be okay with having a president that creates chaos? And in the meantime, they're shipping tanks and all these military vehicles to Washington, D.C. for his stupid parade next Saturday. Like, this is insane, you guys. This is the United States of America. This is supposed to be the land of the free, and this is not free.
Okay, guys, there you go. My opinion is that, like, the borders have to be controlled at the end of the day. And in terms of that, there has to be a proper channels for people to enter the country. And it is not a good thing for people to jump the border and go into another country. You know, like, do why don't you do it in a proper way? Like, do a proper channels whereby you go to immigration, you fill up some application, and then because what we know is that America need people like you to work, because America is a big, big, big city. I mean, not sorry about that. It's a big country, America. America, the USA is a massive, massive place whereby there is need of development. You see, whereby they themselves are wanting to compete with China. And look at the population of China is 1 billion people. And look how advanced China is. So it does show that, like, this thing of them deporting. But I believe that the president, I feel like he doesn't like these people. I feel, but that's a story for another day. But that's my fault, guys. I don't know about you guys, but that's how I feel. Like, the president seems like he is some sort of a way, to which, when I would mention on this platform, maybe I might be, don't get the supposed number of reach to which people should be able to see this video. But yeah, guys, I feel that, I don't support, ICE raids and mass agents, how they are conducting themselves, and for them to, like, point out a person, random people, and then ask for documentation. You see, what does it mean? Does it mean if you're white, are you illegal? Because you do find there are a lot of white people who are illegals also in America. I mean, like, you do find that Canada, there are some of them who jumped the border who never had money to pay for uh, proper documentation in Canada. So there are some stuff that to which need to be checked. You see, But despite that, guys, thank you for watching my channel. Please like and subscribe, and let's meet up to the next video, and peace out.